So the Rookie of the Year was given in the WNBA, and it was given to Paige Bueckers. What do I think about the Rookie of the Year going to Paige Bueckers? I don't dislike it. I think it was really close. I think the Mystics going on a 10-game losing streak to end the season, for me, probably was what would have decided Rookie of the Year, but I think it was close. I think it was close the entire way. I'm glad I'm not a voter. Whether it be the MVP or the Rookie of the Year, I'm glad I'm not a voter because, one, like, do you punish Paige because her team was terrible, or do you reward Sonia Citron because she stepped up big time in fourth quarters, or do you reward Paige for being the best first through third quarter player, being all first team if she would have been all WNBA first team if games ended after the third quarters. But yeah, it's a Rookie of the Year race that I thought was really close, so I'm glad I'm not a voter. My vote probably would have gone to Paige, so I'm not gonna say at this stage. I think I would have had Sonia for a lot of the year. I would have had Kiki at the start of the year, and I think Paige took over, and then around mid-August it looked like Sonia was going to take over, and then Paige had that 44-point game, and albeit she had a couple of rough games afterwards, she still was pretty good. She was still pretty good at the end of the year. So yeah, no real issue with this. The Paige fans are victory lapping my Sonia Citron Rookie of the Year take from a month ago because of what team records. 14 and 27 team always disappeared for the whole game, then won several key goals in the fourth quarter. Not Sika, I don't know who Sika is, but like imagine that she won games in the fourth quarter after disappearing. It's like, well, yeah, I would rather a player show up in the fourth quarter than disappear in the fourth quarter. But the Mystics didn't even get close to making the playoffs. I don't even think the Mystics won a game after this. I think this might have been after the Mystics beat the Fever. I don't actually think the Mystics won a game after I tweeted this. So I've gotten about 5 or 6 quote tweets from Paige Bueckers fans victory lapping right now. And look, fair enough. Take your wins. Like if you're a Paige stan, take your wins because there was not a lot of them this season. Like, yeah, since you left UConn, you haven't had a lot of things to actually celebrate. Like it's been a despite the loss crew for the entire year. Like it took her until the last game of the season and Alyssa Thomas sitting for the whole second half to overtake Caitlin Clark in wins. Caitlin Clark played 13 games. She played 13 games. But yeah, anyway. Look, I don't mind it too much. I think the voting, the fact it wasn't unanimous is probably a good thing as well. Citron at least got 2 votes. I'm surprised Kiki didn't get a vote. I'm surprised Citron only got 2, for being honest. I think one of the people who voted Citron is public, but I think they voted for Alyssa Thomas for MVP. I actually don't even hate the Alyssa Thomas for MVP take. I think the fact that they were the 4th seed and they ended the season on a 3-game loss streak, like if say the Aces the Aces lost a couple of games to end the year, and the Aces ended up not going this crazy streak, and suddenly the Aces were the 4th seed, which they were 2 games off the 4th seed. Then if that ended up happening, I think there's more of a argument for Alyssa Thomas being MVP. But like, it's a weird one for the MVP because it seems like because the Aces need to win every game to get 2nd seed, that is taken more into account than the Lynx being so good that they wrapped up the 1st seed with like 8 games to go and they just started resting their players and they didn't really care too much. But you feel like, one of these two are like, one of the two literally made their votes public. Like, and look, as long as that one of those two people, that one person just did not vote, Paige Bueckers did not put Paige Bueckers on their MVP ballot. So not Paige Bueckers, Sonia Citron. If you have Paige Bueckers on your MVP ballot, I think it's dumb. But if you put Sonia Citron on your MVP ballot, it's real dumb. Like, you can go pure counting stats and make the argument for Paige Bueckers. You can't even make the counting stats argument for Sonia Citron. I think if we're going pure counting stats, it should have been unanimous for Paige. But like, again, if we're going pure counting stats, then Kelsey Mitchell's in an MVP conversation. Then Dearica Hamby is all W team. Then like, it's counting stats doesn't mean everything. But still, I don't mind it. I think that 44-point game and a 27-point game. Was it against the Valks where she had a 27-point game? 27-point game in an L. And then that last game of the season, for me, meant that I probably would be leaning towards Paige at the end of the year. I really think I would. Like, I think you can make the argument. And by the way, I don't think there's any argument to be made that Sonia Citron's better at basketball than Paige Bueckers right now. She is 2 years younger, so could year 3 Sonia Citron be better than year 1 Paige? Yes. At the same age, like when Sonia's Paige's age, could she be better? Yeah. Would you trade Sonia Citron for Paige Bueckers if you are the Dallas Wings? Because of these rookie deals right now, because of the way the rookie deals are structured, and this is the last year of the cheap rookie deals, I wouldn't do that because you've essentially got an all WNBA caliber player for 3 more years at under 100K a year. Whereas for Citron, you're going to have to give her that. She's going to be younger when you're going to have to give her the big contract, and she won't be as good as Paige likely on the rookie deal. So for me, on those rookie deals, Paige Bueckers is more valuable because she's better right now, and it's not necessarily about the long-term upside. But like, if it wasn't for this weird CBA and weird contract situation, I strongly would consider making that trade. But at the end of the day, I think the Mystics are happy with Sonia. I think the Wings are happy with Paige. And I think the media, I'm not going to say they got it wrong because I don't think they did. I think it's good that Citron got a vote and 2 votes. I think Paige deserved Rookie of the Year, not in a absolute complete landslide like it ended up being, but I still think she deserved Rookie of the Year. I'm not going to go and say that that it was a robbery, even if my take up until 2 games to go was Sonia Citron. It was a close one. The race, in my opinion, went Kiki's winning at the start of the year. For me, it was Kiki first, Salon second, Paige third to start the year for the first 3 or 4 games. Then Paige shot herself into first, Kiki second, Citron third, and probably Kiki and Citron switching while Paige cemented herself in first. And then All-Star break, Paige first, Citron second, Kiki third. Citron shoots up post All-Star break with some of the things she was doing right after the Sykes trade. And in my opinion, Citron overtook her. And it was a really close one. Then it really became a 2-person race. And then when Paige had that 44-point game, she overtook Citron. And with Citron not winning any other games, I think Paige probably got it in the end. Like, it's a race. It is a race to see who's winning. And I think over the course of the year, there was a clear big 3 rookies that were all All-Stars. And I think the media got the order right, even if I didn't think it was as lopsided in favor of Paige as they gave it. But that's the thing, when races happen. For me, there was constant switching, but Paige spent the vast majority of the year at number 1. I think she ended the year at number 1. It wasn't like last year where to start the year, it was like Brink 1, Reese 2, Caitlin 3. Caitlin kind of takes over, and it's Caitlin and Angel for a while. Then Angel probably took over for a little bit after she had the 23 and 13 game, or 26 and 13 game, beating the Seattle Storm at a time when the Fever hadn't beaten an above 500 team. And then from that day onward, the next day, Caitlin had her triple-double against the Liberty, and from that day onward, she was the best player in the WNBA for the remaining of the year, and by the end of the year was so far ahead of Angel Reese. The fact that there was 1 vote for Angel Reese and someone put Angel Reese on her MVP ballot was crazy. Anyway, yeah, that's my opinion. I'll see you guys.